Malley, superintendent in Edison School District, which is the fifth largest school district in the state of New Jersey. We have a budget that's approximately $204 million. It covers 18 schools, 2,100 employees, and ultimately 2 high schools, 4 middle schools, and 12 elementary schools, and which is a very large budget for the state of New Jersey. And we cover everything from special ed to transportation going forward. So it's a very large budget, and the impacts can be felt throughout the district and every school. We have large class sizes. We suffer from space, especially in elementary schools. We have not had a referendum passed in many years. So space is a large issue as we move forward, and that's part of our class size issue. So not only passing a budget and the effects it has, but also the space utilization throughout our district is a big issue.
So Edison last year faced some difficult financial decisions, resulted in less teachers and less staff members that obviously caused some of this class size issue. And from what I understand, your infrastructure, your building, it's hard to get people to go for a referendum for construction. That's if correct. They're not going for a referendum for your budget.
Correct.
How do you solve some of these problems? What's the impact to students of larger class sizes?
Well, before we even get to students, I think the big challenge we have from the Board of Education and from the administration is to get people to believe in their public schools again. There's a large majority of people that believe in the Edison public schools and that we're providing a quality of education. And we've got to transfer that into getting people out to support our budgets and then moving forward. Mm-hmm. But the impact to kids is felt throughout the district. Last year we lost 165 staff members. We lost everything from middle school sports to clubs to our full-day kindergarten program, and I think those types of things, some of them are immediate, the effects. You can feel middle school sports not being there this year and how that affects students who really rely upon those types of activities to be engaged in throughout their life. But some of the student achievement that we're going to see throughout the next couple of years, I think will have a direct impact on large class size, not having full-day kindergarten, textbooks, even the technology infrastructure in the district is well behind. So the gap grows between those that have passed budgets and those that do not pass budget. That's going to grow greater and greater every year until we start passing our budgets so we have to catch up.
Right, and how hard is it to catch up? You're starting from way back before you arrived here.
Right.
You had this big hole from last year. Now you have a 2% cap. Your budget that you're presenting this evening is coming in under the 2% cap. Obviously doesn't include all the things that you might like it to include, but you're probably being savvy to the fact that
Yes.
you want the public to feel like your board and you are listening.
We really tried to look at our budget having 3 themes this year, focusing on what we wanted to continue to maintain, what we could restore, and then investing in our teachers, because that's a huge aspect of what we want to do in the district, and then being very cognizant of the taxpayers and their role in paying for all this in these really difficult economic times. So really, that's been the problem that we've had to deal with most is, where do we start? Where do we start to pick up the pieces, to move forward? What do we want to restore? One of the issues was really about full-day kindergarten, which
Right.
will cost the district about $3.6 million. Do you invest? And I've been a big proponent of full-day kindergarten. It's something that I said that I wanted to restore, but it's about, do you invest $3.6 million in one grade, or do you try to spread that out, given all the things that were cut throughout the district to grades 1 through 12, and that's been something that we've really struggled with. Do we lower class size, or do we do full-day kindergarten? Do we put back middle school sports, or do we put full-day kindergarten? Those types of busing issues where clubs, where do we put our money? And that's
Right.
been the struggle.
So where do you put your money?
We've really decided to put our money into lowering class size, investing more into textbooks, investing more into our teachers, investing more into technology, but be cognizant, because we didn't go with full-day kindergarten, we're really putting together a pretty strong educational plan for our grades 1, 2, and 3, really focusing on lowering the class size there, and then really putting some programs into to try to make sure that those students don't lose the gap. We're really putting our money trying to restore middle school sports, which I think has had a tremendous impact on a lot of kids at the middle school because they do rely upon those. Some kids don't have any opportunities to be involved in the recreation program, or they go home to empty houses. And this is something that we use to really engage them in the full thing of an education here in Edison. So those are some of the areas that we look to restore this year.